And have you ever wondered if your boss might be spying on you, like maybe monitoring your Slack channels or your emails, trying to catch you in a lie? Oh, well, this next story takes that to the next level and beyond. In Northern California, the Department of Labor is saying that a Mexican restaurant chain hired a fake priest to spy on its workers. Now, the owner of Taqueria Garibaldi might have brought in a fake priest to try to get confessions during work hours from some of his employees. And that fake priest pleaded with the employees to, quote, get the sins out by confessing things that they might have done wrong, like being late for work, stealing money from the restaurant, and having, quote, bad intentions toward their boss. Now, the restaurant is being forced to pay $140,000 in back wages and damages to 35 workers. And following all of this is NBC's Niala Charles. So, Niala, this mysterious fake priest, do they know who he is?
Well, they don't know who this person is. They don't know the name of the person. And the Department of Labor tells me when I ask that they're actually not even investigating that part of it because they're only concerned with the labor law violations here, Gotti. But it's important to note the timing of this because when this alleged fake priest was brought into the restaurant, the Department of Labor was already investigating the restaurant owners for these labor law violations. So I did speak to them. They say what they believe is that the restaurant owners brought this person in so that they could empathize with the employees who are mostly Latino Catholics to try to get them to not cooperate with the investigation.
So they tried to get the workers not to cooperate?
Correct.
How did they do that?
Well, they did that because they held their immigration status over their heads. So the Department of Labor says that they threatened to get them deported if they came forward. And actually, this happens a lot. Listen to what the Department of Labor says about it.
In the food service industry, within the Latino community, a lot of workers tend to be undocumented, and employers who hire them know that and will use that as a leverage to exploit them.
So what he told me, Gotti, is that everyone is entitled to workers' rights regardless of their immigration status. So no one has to come forward to the Department of Labor with fear that they're going to get deported because of the agency. In fact, the department doesn't even ask for immigration status when having victims come forward.
Meanwhile, is this restaurant still open?
Yeah, it is still open, but with the agreement that it won't retaliate against its employees and also won't prevent them from cooperating with any labor law violations when reporting them. So what they did tell me is that some of the employees are actually still working there despite the things that happened, despite the fact that they weren't getting paid overtime and weren't even getting their tips. But although they seem to be operating and hopefully don't have any more infractions, in the court of public opinion, it's not looking too hot for them on Yelp. There's a lot of people going after these owners saying, hey, don't eat here because they don't treat their employees fairly. One of them said, if anyone needs a priest, it's the owners of those restaurants.
Meanwhile, those workers at least still have a job for now. Niala, thanks so much for this very, very bizarre story.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.